Oh, son of a bitch. Of course. I'm rich, but I'm about to blow up. Okay. I'm guessing finesse. Does that have to do with a social skill or like a physical thing?
I think
Like
it's actually
agility, I think.
it's like agility or evasion.
All right, and I have an 8, so I'm pretty sure whatever I do, I'm gonna be able to do it quickly. Despite my overwhelming sense of this is gonna go wrong,
I think
locate the bomb.
yeah, I think your mind is going to play a part in disarming the bomb, and your mind is 8. So, you want to try and disarm the bomb?
Yeah. I'm gonna try and disarm the bomb rather than get the hell out of there.
A wise decision, sir. You run deeper into the castle, trying to figure out where the explosives are hidden. You manage to find them in the wine cellar, disguised as barrels of wine. The bomb appears to be on a detonator that is controlled by a powerful magic. Oh, my bad. It might be magic that comes into play here. You realize immediately you won't be able to figure it out and can't get out of the building as quick as you can. So you get out of the building instead of... You're almost out when the bomb goes off. It is a huge explosion that knocks you through a wall. You lose 1 physique. That's it, 1 physique out of that.
Oh yeah, just shattered my leg. Probably broke all of my ribs.
You're fine. When it arrives this time, how will we fare? Will we once more rebuild, move on, be strong? Or have we forgotten? Week 5, and it's my turn. We can no longer go to the gardens or the palace. You know, I don't think we really need a supernatural occurrence to happen to this town. All we need is the 4 of us wandering around doing shit, and we'll do it just fine.
You mean yourself, right? Because you started this.
Hey, I didn't plant the bomb in the palace, all right? You cannot prove that. I may have made fluorescent pink deers with 8 legs. I may have done that. I'm not admitting and I'm not denying, but that may have happened.
But you were in the palace before Carlos.
That doesn't mean anything.
Wait a minute. Yeah, he was in the palace before I ever got there.
And Carlos was the first one to see the deer that had see the deformities. So what do you say about that? Huh? Maybe he did it.
That I'm on your trail.
I'm going back to the alchemy tower because it worked out so well last time. This time I'm gonna brew some more potions because it worked out so well.
Airborne disease.
Spend the week experimenting with different potion brews. Gain 2 magic and 1 mind. One day, all the alchemists decide to take a break from work and instead throw a cantrip party. One alchemist waves his hands and produces confetti in front of him. Another spawns a seemingly endless number of doves from his sleeves. Then all the alchemists turn to you to see what you can come up with. This is gonna go well. A simple trick or a complex trick? My magic is 10. My mind is 13. I'm gonna try a complex trick. With a snap of your fingers, bring a chair to life. You sit atop of it and ride it around the room. Everybody else is quite impressed. Gain 2 charm. It's the best turn I've had so far.
Nothing except an abomination against God. Oh, wait. Yeah, never mind. That's already happened. This one hasn't scared
Once
me.
again,
Shit.
that was his fault too.
You can't prove that.
I can. I'm kind of in the bloody hospital because I got blown through a wall.
Jason, you're at the tavern. What would you like to do?
Where are we gonna go? Let's go to the.
Looks like you
Let's go
cannot.
to the arena.
Going back to the arena. Okay.
Get my fight on.
So you want to compete or bet?
Let's bet.
You have 1 wealth, so let's bet your 1 wealth.
Double it up.
You spend the week placing bets on your favorite fighters. You gain 6 wealth.
Dang.
During a match, another warrior's weapon is knocked from their grasp. You barely manage to avoid it. With a sickening crunch, it destroys the knee of a nearby bystander. Trespasser, I don't know why I said trespasser. He accuses you of causing him harm by not stopping the flying weapon. He takes you to court. Do you offer to settle, or do you defend yourself?
I defend myself.
This is in court, mind you. So you're either settling out of court or you go to court and defend yourself. I don't know if it actually means defend yourself like you are defending yourself specifically.
No, I think my charm might win. No, you know what? My charm. Let's offer to settle. Maybe I can charm him into something smaller.
So you want to offer to settle. You settle out of court and lose 3 wealth. That's it.
I'll take that.
Miss Morobutt, where would you like to go?
I want to stay in the forest and see if I can find this pink fluorescent deer again.
So you want to hunt?
Yes.
Okay. Hunting in the forest. You spend the week hunting defenseless critters. You animal. You gain 2 finesse and sell the pelts for 1 wealth. One day, while out in the woods, a 12-legged deer with glowing pink fur charges at you.
Holy shit.
What do you do? Fight back or run for it?
You know what? Let's fight back. Maybe we can kill this deer.
You look at your stats, you sure you want to fight back? I don't know how exactly it's going to do it. Because if it does it physically, your physique is only 4. If your finesse is 10, you might be able to avoid, but...
That's what I was looking at. My magic's 7, so... It's worth a shot.
You fighting?
Yeah, I'm fighting.
Fight back. You get tackled by the deer.
Oh, shit.
It gets on top of you and starts stomping you with its hooves. You are bitten multiple times before the deer decides you aren't very tasty. You lose 1 physique. You gain 1 magic? Question. It made that a question. I don't know why it did that.
You just got her ass handed to her by a deer and gained magic.
Maybe I got magical rabies
Carlos, you're currently, well, you got your ass handed to you last time.
My ass handed to me. I got blown through a bloody wall.
Where would you like to go? You can go to, looks like the tavern, the hospital, or the slums. I doubt if you go to the hospital, you'll have the option to have someone look at you.
You know, I'm pretty sure my lung collapsed, but I'd like to help the people. No, I think I'm going to go drinking because, well, I keep hearing about this deer that's kicking people's asses. I just saw a person with a foot coming out of his ass. And it got blown through a bloody wall.
So
It just makes perfect sense.
are you drinking it this week?
Yes.
Drinking this week. You spend the entire week getting wasted. You gain 2 charm and 1 physique. You got your physique point back. One day, an impromptu drinking contest is held. Do you enter or spectate?
This probably would have done better with our lumberjack.
You know what I would have done?
But
The drinking contest. I don't know what stats that's going to have you. Probably physique and mind.
it's probably gonna hurt my mind, but you know what?
Yeah.
Beer just somehow apparently healed my cracked ribs. So you know what? I'm gonna roll with it. Go ahead.
Entering the drinking contest?
Yes.
All right. You down pint after pint, drinking as if your life depended on it. You end up blacking out. When you come to, you find yourself at a home you don't recognize, in only your underwear.
Oh.
Your clothes are nowhere to be found, and you seem to be the only one home. What happened? That's the end of that. The Yawhg, it's almost here. Almost. Almost. This is our last week. It's my turn. What shall I do? Can't go to the gardens or the palace. I'm still poor as shit. You know what? Everybody else has been to the tavern, I think. I don't know if Moro has, but I'm going to the tavern. And I'm going to bartend, because I feel like it. You spend the week serving drinks at the tavern. You earn 1 wealth in tips and gain 2 charm. One day, the tavern throws its annual dart tournament. Enter or spectate. I doubt it would go well if I entered, because my physique and finesse are kind of low. So I'm going to spectate. You watch the tournament from the sidelines, analyzing throwing techniques. You gain 1 finesse. I'll take it. Jason, where would you like to go for your last week? You don't know, keep in mind, you don't actually know it's your last week, but still.
Well, odds are I need to get back to work, so take me to the forest.
To the forest. Are we chopping wood again or hunting this time?
We're chopping wood.
Chopping wood. You spend the week cutting down trees for the village. You gain 2 physique and earn yourself 1 wealth. One day, during your forest excursions, you stumble upon a swarm of rats. At first, you jump backwards in shock, but then you start to hear them conversing with one another. They call you over. "Excuse me, sir," one of them says in a high-pitched voice. I guess I'll have to do a high-pitched voice. "Do you think it might be able to help us out with something? You see, we're trying to elect our new leader, but it seems our votes are completely tied. We're trying to decide between Seedpaw the Vengeful and Blightooth the Wise," says the rat. Seedpaw steps forward. "If you vote for me, the rats will have a powerful leader, one who isn't afraid to take our fight to the enemy," proclaims Seedpaw. Blightooth steps up. "If you vote for me, good sir, I will lead these rats to an age of enlightenment," says Blightooth. Which rat do you choose?
What enemies?
The 12-legged deer, of course.
What is ROUS's?
We're gonna do the not Blightooth, but the other one, the Vengeful.
Seedpaw the Vengeful. That's the one you want?
Yeah, do it.
Half of the rats roar with tidy applause. Yay!
And the peasants rejoice. Yay.
Blightooth bows his head and walks back into the mass of rats. Seedpaw climbs up on your shoulder and whispers fighting tips into your ear as thanks. You gain 1 finesse and 1 physique.
Dang. A rat just taught me how to whip ass.
Going to war with rabid deer.
Y'all hanging out with the wrong critters.
Those are the critters that Miss Morobutt there. She's been killing them.
They're too smart. We gotta get rid of them.
Speaking of, it's your turn, dear.
Let's go to the slums.
Going to the slums. Slumming it. Would you like to pickpocket or fight crime?
I'm gonna try and pick pockets.
We're pickpocketing. You spend the week performing petty theft. You gain 1 wealth and 2 finesse. One day, a woman in a beautiful but tattered dress comes up to you with her hands outstretched. She looks extremely familiar, but you can't quite figure out who she reminds you of. Do you give her some coin, you lose 1 wealth, or do you ignore her?
I'm gonna ignore her.
Ignoring her, she walks away, clutching at her stomach. The next night, you notice her, and she looks very weak. You feel terrible. You lose 1 mind.
Awful person.
It's my money and I want to keep it.
Man, apparently
Stumbles
mine
the
needs to
coin.
go crazy the lower it gets.
Carlos, where would you like to go? You have the arena, the alchemy tower, or the hospital.
I guess. Well, since I have wealth, I'm going to go to the arena to bet.
Betting on fights. You spend the week placing bets on your favorite fighters. You gain 6 wealth. One day, in between matches, you stumble upon one of the higher ranked fighters ingesting illegal strength potions. He's doping. Please, sir, don't report me, she cries. I'll even share some of my potion with you if you keep quiet, she adds. Do you take her offer or report her?
Alright, this is another moment like the bomb. There's the obvious answer. Tempted to take. Last time I took the one I was tempted to take, I got blown the hell up. Just because I'm curious now. And that potion, mate. Wait, it's probably gonna make me instantly take it. Damn it.
It probably will, yeah.
Alright, just take the offer.
You take her offer.
I regret this.
Thank you so much for not reporting me, she says while handing you her flask. You take a small swig of her potion and can feel your muscles expand significantly. You gain 2 physique. The storm arrives in the night. By the morning, it still rages. For 3 full days, the tempest puts us through a grinder, drowns us, crushes us, ruins us. But then it ends. We see the graveyard our home has become. Our home. Does anyone yet live? Are we past saving? Now,
Dear grief.
we're going to see what we want to be. We have the choice between being the leader, the builder, the conjurer, the doctor, the smelter, the tailor, the looter, or the town drunk.
Or collectively.
Now, each individually. I think actually this works the way the last choices work. So if one of us picks one thing, then the rest of us can't pick it. I am going to be the conjurer because that worked out so freaking well. Maybe I can turn my mishaps into good for the people. If you see, the town has pretty much been destroyed. I wonder if that got rid of the pink deer.
I don't think so.
No witnesses.
What?
You take it upon yourself to help conjure up supplies for the town. With your magic, you summon a large amount of supplies. With some effort, you're summoning more than enough lumber and food for the town. This helps the rebuilding effort a lot. Jason, what would you like to be?
I'm gonna be a builder.
The builder.
The town drunk.
You take it upon yourself to help rebuild the town by hand. You rebuild homes at breakneck speed, impressing the rest of the survivors. This helps the rebuilding effort significantly. Miss Morobutt, what would you like to be?
Let's go with doctor.
Going to be the doctor. Does that make sense?
You've turned down 2 hungry people.
Just because you're rich doesn't mean that's the only qualification for being a doctor. Are you sure you want to be the doctor?
Yes.
Well,
Well,
you
that's-
saw how well she dealt with leeches.
This is true. You have turned away the same person for 1 wealth, of which you currently have 5, twice. Okay?
One of which you stole.
And you let loose leeches into the slums, into the waterbeds. And you're going to be the doctor.
Yep.
You take it upon yourself to help the sick and injured from the Yawhg. You struggle to handle the amount of patients you have. You lose a few, but manage to save most of them. Your efforts help the survival effort a little. All right, Carlos, what are you going to be?
Shame on you. All right, let me see what is left.
You can be the leader, the smelter, the tailor, the looter, or the town drunk.
You know, since my sojourn into politics ended so well, I'm going to go with the leader.
The man who tried to save us all from the palace blast is going to be the leader. He's also the richest of us.
Well, I
That
am.
makes double sense.
Let's see how this goes. You take it upon yourself to be the leader of the survivors. You effectively delegate and prioritize tasks. You give a lot of pats on the back, rewarding everyone's hard work. This helps the rebuilding effort a lot.
Awesome.
And so, we set about our tasks, once more living our lives, this time in a way we might never have expected, or even wanted. But in the end, it was a struggle, but a struggle we never abandoned. Though our home had been stripped apart, we did not let it languish. And whether we succeed or fail, we did our best. Who knows if the Yawhg will visit us again? Who knows if we will ever be, can ever be, ready for it? I suppose that's the town being rebuilt there. While the town is being rebuilt, you spend more and more time in the alchemy tower. That's me. Your potion brewing abilities quickly become among the best in the world. Your health and mana potions are considered world-class delicacies. Ooh, delicacies. With people venturing far and wide to buy them. But you never learn how to brew a love potion. Aww.
You made pink deer. Fucking your love potion.
Jason, while the town is being rebuilt, you decide to move out into the woods. You become the friendly local lumberjack and fashion yourself a log cabin. You spend most of your days chopping down giant trees and carrying the logs to the town gate. You make friends with the dryads of the forest and spend every weekend at their wild river parties.
Yeah. It's like a life.
All in all, you lead a good life.
Except for those dryad orgies.
Morobutt, the Yawhg changed you, probably for the better. While with the town being rebuilt, you eventually decide to retake your role as a doctor in the hospital. There, you make friends with another doctor. The two of you do everything together. You're inseparable. Eventually, you decide to get an apartment and live with each other. Then your friend gets married, and everything changes. Their spouse has to move away to a new town, and your friend follows. You try to keep in touch by mail, but the letters start to come less and less frequently. You try to fraternize with the other doctors. While they're all nice people, nothing can compare. And Carlos, your life after the Yawhg is uneventful. You work, you get married, you adopt a child, you take care of that child, you get old, you retire, you go on vacation for a few years, you get too old to be independent, so your child takes care of you, you die, and that's it.
So I have the most exciting and crucial role when the apocalypse comes, but my reward is nothing else happens for the rest of my life.
Pretty much.
You know what? Fair trade-off. I didn't get my ass kicked by a deer. I didn't poison the town. I tried to save people from a bomb. I'm okay with this.
Hey, I made friends with rats and party with druids. I'm good to go. And I punched a fist.
So, everyone, that was the Yawhg. Thanks for stopping by.